No. Okay. When Herod had privily heard, he called the wise men and said, what happened? Told him. He ain't happy about that. Now there's Satan. Satan's going down. So he said, okay, tell me when you find him, bring him to me and let me know, and I'll worship him too. And listen, when you talk long, people say this prophet, this thing is long, and it's like people fall asleep. Listen, don't feel fired if you guys are tired. I know it's not easy. I'm making them sit here and they're tougher than me for just to see it. If you guys want to stay and watch more, God bless, and read more, God bless. If you don't, totally understand. No pressure. You two watch it. If you're passing out, pause it. We'll finish the rest of it later. I'll play it in the background, play it in the shower, play this stuff. But I'm going to get you this Matthew. I like Matthew. It's a good story. I want to get you that. So it's a long thing. I want to read the story and the different stories. I want to get to it. So I'm going to see how much I can get done today. And by the grace of God, I'm going to do much maybe later or something. But if you guys are tired anytime, I'm going to stop turning the cameras back. I'm going to keep it out to the front, okay? And talk more, okay? I want to focus. In case you passed out back there, we'll just make sure. That's me. Okay? Let me go. Okay. So Herod, let me get myself prepared here. I gotta put this down. I have to put it on the ground. No. I want to get this. I gotta get this. Is too important. I gotta get this in my hand. So Herod now is upset. What he says. And when he had previously, when he said he's upset now, let me see. Bring me word again. I may come and worship him also. And he's lying. Verse 9 of Matthew chapter 2 in the New Testament. And when they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them. They started moving now. Oh, for real. Till it came. I'm reading Matthew chapter 2 verses 9. Okay, and forgive me if I'm speaking fast. I'm liking the story. The star started to move because the star was actually angels. Yep. You see it in the nativity story, the angels appear to the shepherds, but they got together, make it seem like if there's a big bright light, and they were like, "How did this star appeared?" Because maybe see Herod. Because remember, Herod said, "Tell me when the star appeared. When did it appear in the sky? The stars just appear? That doesn't happen." So how does, you look up in the sky, I don't see a new one. Look at the stars, look at the stars in this cartoon. The stars got together to see the glorifying, to show sunlight onto this, like a moonbeam. They came to shine on where Jesus was going to be born as a signal. That reminds me of something. Like a big star, it'd be a big star. That reminds me also, mariners, M-A-R-I-N-E-R-S, how people, wayfarers, seafarers, those people who are on the ocean, those people who did ocean navigation. They followed the stars and constellations to know how to go back and forth in the seas, to traverse the seas. Think about it. Yeah, they know the stars, the constellations. So these wise men are studying the stars and constellations up in heaven. They say, hey, what's going on in the stars? What's going on up there? Does God work with you? Does God work with us where we are? Are you hearing something now? Are you listening to the message? Are you hearing something? God is doing some interesting thing. Don't give up and don't back down. Let's go. Get ready for it. Remember, listen, hear, study, and find out. Let's see. So they said, and when they had heard, and when they had heard the king, so they listened to the king. They didn't say, shut up, king. They listened to what he said. Verse 9 of Matthew chapter 2. And when they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them till it came and stood over where the young child was. You know what I actually want to do to kind of show something? I want to do something a little interesting. Can you find for me the gospel, put on the TV, Jesus of Nazareth, the old version, and let it play to this verse, and I'll read it in tandem, okay? Let me pause a second to find it. 1 second.